Okay, I know the title sounds a bit absurd, but I think I can do a good job of explaining my point here. So yeah, I think Steph Curry is the greatest player of all time. Not necessarily the best, but the greatest. There's a difference. Before I talk about why he's the greatest to ever play in my opinion, let's first just establish the difference between the words best and greatest. So when we talk about who's the best player of all time, people talk about who's actually the greatest. So the debate itself is literally messed up. Best should be used in terms of the skill level of a player or how good they are at playing the sport, in this case, basketball. When we refer to the term greatest and talk about who the greatest players of all time are, it's talking about putting everything into perspective. The stats, the skill level, the awards, the achievements, and the overall career of the player. So speaking in technical terms, the best player of all time would still include players like Jordan, Kobe, or LeBron, but players like Kyrie Irving, Allen Iverson, Paul George, Steve Nash, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, and you get the point, should also be included. These are all skilled players in the game of basketball, but the greatest players are the ones who have made a strong impact in the NBA throughout their respective careers, along with their skill level, obviously. The players who were able to turn their skills into achievements and turn their achievements into illustrious legacies. Here we have the usual players that we hear often: MJ, LeBron, Magic, Kareem, Wilt, and all the other players who are legends of their era. But what if I told you one thing that can quite possibly change your opinion forever? Okay, so listen up. What if I said that I can give you a player for your 2K team that never has a bad game? Never, ever. You'll be taking him right away. So yeah, Stephen Curry has never had a bad game in his career. Now you might think that I'm insane, and just for your information, I'm not. I'm an absolute genius. Steph Curry is great. I think we can all agree on that, but how great is he? Don't worry, I'll show you. So the reason I think why Curry has never had a bad game in his career is because of his now infamous gravity. We all know gravity, right? The theory Isaac Newton gave us.
What?
He said that there's only one gravitational force on this earth, pulling down. He was wrong. There are two gravitational forces on this earth, the second one being Stephen Curry's gravity to draw defenders towards himself. I mean, the man's Jesus in disguise. Before 2014, the three-point shot was a pretty uncommon shot to shoot for teams on a regular basis. After 2014, the mid-range shot is a pretty uncommon shot for teams to shoot on a regular basis. The sudden change of playing basketball came from Stephen Curry revolutionizing the NBA and basketball as a whole forever. Might as well just make him the new NBA logo, for God's sake. That's what some of you haters might think, I know. But I know I can convince you to change your mind about Curry by the time this video ends. So we've all heard it before, but I'd like you to put deep thought into it. Stephen Curry is so scary, so good, so great that teams are inventing new defenses to stop him. They're putting multiple defenders to stop him. They're leaving every one of Curry's teammates open just to, yes, you guessed it, stop him.
Transition. He's got 4 sons on him.
Even though they lose that game, they'll be happy that they stopped Curry. But the thing here is they didn't stop Curry. Unlike other superstars, Curry is unselfish. When the team wins, he wins. So when all the teams put all their defenders on him, the Warriors just win the game. So even if you could hold Curry to just 13 points offensively, you still lost the game. Why? Because of Steph Curry, the player who you supposedly stopped. This is exactly what I meant by the fact that Curry never has a bad game in his career. It's because of this reason. He can end a game with 0 points, 0 assists, 5 turnovers, but still help his team to the victory, because the opposing team was focusing on him the whole night. Now, when I say the word never, I'm not being fully clear here. Never in this case means about 99% of the time. Only 1% of the time Curry plays, he has a bad game, because there are a few games in his career where he can be left wide open but just can't buy a shot. Those are called off nights. It happens to the best of them, and it's completely natural. Remember when we talked about the difference between best and greatest in the beginning of the video? Steph Curry falls under both categories. He's so skilled, not just with his shooting, but his IQ, ball handling, passing, and even defense. This season, Curry is leading all point guards in defensive rating. But people won't talk about that because it's going to make him look better, and people love to hate greatness while it's there. But yeah, Curry is one of the best players of all time, and in my opinion, the greatest player of all time, if not one of the greatest players of all time. Right now, he's on pace to have another MVP season, and he's playing somewhat better than his 2016 year, where he won the award unanimously, which is just terrifying for the NBA. At this rate of 3-point making, Curry will end his career with a total of 5,110 3-pointers. 5,100. Like, what the heck? Is that even possible? He's also going to finish the season with a grand total of 454 3-pointers made if he continues his career-high 5.4 threes made per game rate. So basically, he's playing the best basketball of his career at the age of 33. This is the age where people's primes come to an end and they slowly turn into role players, but Steph right now is showing no signs of slowing down barring any injuries. But just 20 years from now, some current third grader will be in the NBA breaking these records, and 40 years later, a guy who isn't even born yet will be taking over the league. That's how development comes. That's how the game carries on. That's how Steph Curry's legacy will carry on. Steph Curry is just the first player to really change the NBA massively, and there will be more to come. So while he's doing this, I think we should all appreciate it, take a look at it positively, even if he's demolishing your team on a nightly basis, and enjoy the scene while we can. In a matter of 7 to 8 years, he'll be retired, enjoying with his family, and Tyler Hero or Anthony Edwards or Jordan Poole can be in the position Steph is right now. It's life. I know I'm too young to be talking about life, but I think I know some stuff. But yeah, this is why I think Steph is the greatest to ever play, and this is just my opinion. You will have another opinion, and some other guy in France can have a different opinion. Who knows? Let's just all be respectful of our opinions though in the comment section. That's important. If you like this video, then drop a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you're new. And don't forget, Newton was wrong. There are 2 gravitation forces on this earth, not 1. Thank you so much for watching till the end if you did. It helps out a ton. You don't realize how much this helps out. I'm Krishna. That's it for this one, and we out. Peace.
Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
I want Iguodala.